to the RHS Recap. I'm Liam Lawson, joined with Murdoch, Brown, Riggins, Foshi, and Preston Kansky. We don't have as much to talk about this week as we do last week. There weren't as many games because a lot of people had a bye week, and it was mostly just non-conference games. But we still do have quite a few things to get to. So, Riggins, why don't you start us off for the day, finding our best game of last Friday.
Okay, so first off, by looking at this paper, we have blowout after blowout after blowout after blowout.
Yeah.
I'm just going to choose the best game right now. Southside versus Little Rock Southwest. I mean, it's closest game, 35-20. Southwest won that one. And, looking at this probably had to be the most boring week of watching football.
Unless you like offense.
Unless you like offense or you like the team that won. You have Texas High School who whooped Fayetteville, Central High School who whooped Heritage, Southside versus Little Rock Southwest, which is the closest game, but they still won by 15. You have Shiloh Christian who won by 72, and they didn't give up a single point.
What happened?
What do you mean, what happened?
I didn't watch that game.
How
does that happen in high school football?
I don't know.
It's high school football. And then you have Parkview who scored 0 as well against Benton, who beat them by 31.
Yeah.
And then Bentonville just whooped Lee Summit North. This week had to have been very boring unless you like offense or the team that won.
I would argue that maybe the Texas High School Fayetteville game would have been the best because Fayetteville is a top-ranked team in Arkansas, and Texas High School, I believe they're classified for Texas. They're in Texarkana, so it's kind of like they're in the middle. But I'd say even though Texarkana is a lot better than Fayetteville, I'd still say that's a very solid game because Fayetteville is a top-ranked team in Arkansas, and they're really good as well.
Yeah, and I'm sure, I don't think Fayetteville's going to end the season in the ranks, or in the top ranks. They were really close with Muskogee, which they should have blown them out. And I mean, they don't look good against Texas.
I disagree.
I see your face. What do you think about that, Murdoch?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I disagree with you. I think Fayetteville is just a really good team. Texas High School is probably one of the harder games that they'll play this season because they chose non-conference games that were going to be actually competitive because most of the time what the bigger 7A or 6A teams do, they'll just choose weaker non-conference opponents just to get some easy wins right out of the gate. But I think that Fayetteville made the right choice getting some really competitive games to start the year. And I think that this is a good loss for them, and they're probably going to have a really solid season this year.
Yeah, I think they losing by that much is never good, but you think about it, they built their offense.
They didn't even lose by that much.
It wasn't that much.
It was just 2 scores.
Yeah, but
at least they were in Bethany.
Yeah, losing by 72.
I bet they're running a lot of
We'll be talking about that in a second.
Yeah, we'll get there in a second. So Fayetteville, it's never good to lose, and especially by giving up 42 points. But you think about it, that builds your team a whole lot more, waiting for that conference opponents when you play RHS and schools like that. And, their offense hasn't looked the greatest, but their defense, it's looked good in the past. I'd say that game was just odd for them.
Yeah, I'd say this is a good loss for them, overall. I think that they probably will learn more and get better from this loss than beating a team that's a 4A or 5A team.
Yeah.
Beating a non-conference team.
All right, let's move on to the Central versus Heritage game, which it wasn't. We knew Heritage was probably going to lose this one. It's just
how much was just insane.
Yeah, how much points would they give up? I mean, Heritage scoring 24 was actually decently good for them. But Central, we knew they were gonna just get beat from the start. But I'm sure Heritage thought differently. But I'm sure they could have held on a little better.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you also look that's another good loss for them. You're playing a really good team, and then you're not the greatest team at all.
Yeah, I mean last year Heritage went 0-10, but they went 0-10, right? Or was it?
Yeah, I think it was.
I
I believe so.
But I definitely think that they're already looking a lot better this year because I think if they had the same team as last year, they would have lost to Central High School by 50. But they're definitely improving on offense and on defense. So I'm actually really excited to watch Heritage progress throughout the season.
Don't do it. Okay. Now we have Southside versus Little Rock Southwest, which I chose was the best game because it wasn't a win by like 20 points. Like it was close.
The Fayetteville High School game, the Fayetteville game was closer.
Yeah, but like, just look at the score though. Like,
I mean, yeah.
That doesn't look like a competitive game.
So you chose it because it looks better?
Yes, it looks better on paper.
Okay.
Like, the reason why I didn't choose Fayetteville in Texas is because I watched like the end of that game and like Fayetteville had like no energy, and like Texas didn't have that much energy either. Like, it was just a calm game, like a calm Friday Night Lights game that you have a lot of people there, but it probably just wasn't fun to watch.
I guess, but
yeah. We'll blow past these next 3 games, like Shiloh Christian, then like annihilating Bethany by like 72 points.
That's really good for them because they had that loss last week against Lincoln Christian last week.
Which, I mean, yeah, like going back to that loss, that's a huge win for them. Like they didn't just win, they like won. Like they put up 72 points and they didn't.
And they got a shutout too.
Yeah, they didn't let up a single point.
Yeah.
Who is Bethany? Where are they?
Aren't they some like Missouri team?
Probably.
And then we have Parkview versus Benton, which Benton just killed them.
Parkview is a really good team. They're 1-2 right now. They have a really strong strength of schedule. They're a really good. They're a good team with a really hard schedule. They kind of remind me of Arkansas.
They have
They
have some talent to them. They're
really good.
Schedule,
they just have they have one of the hardest schedules in the state. So I mean, this is definitely. I mean, even though they got shut out and they lost by 31, it's definitely probably. I don't really want to say it's a good loss for them. But, I mean, they're getting some of their harder games out of the way early, and because they have a really strong strength of schedule, that's also going to help them in the rankings throughout the state overall. So I think that even though they lost this game, it was really good for Parkview to have Benton on their schedule because I think they didn't – I know that they probably weren't expecting to beat Benton,
Absolutely.
but it was honestly, like, really smart for them to have a really strong team like Benton, and that's the second really good team that they've had on their schedule back-to-back.
Yeah, I want to add on to that. Like Liam said, they're getting all their hard games out first, so I feel like they're going to start like gaining their momentum back and you know, starting to show more of that talent. Like
Absolutely.
And then now we have Bentonville versus Lee Summit North. We forgot to cover this one, but we all knew we were choosing Bentonville.
Bentonville's turned off this year.
Like they're really good.
They have
Bentonville's going to look unstoppable this year.
Absolutely. But like when I look at this, Lee Summit North, they put up 28, which is decently well.
That's encouraging for all the other 7A West teams.
That's a really good Bentonville team that they're playing in. They put up 28 on them. Now they gave up 45.
Yeah.
But like their offense had to have came out strong.
I mean, yeah. Bentonville looks really good this year, but I definitely do think that Bentonville in the past has been the team to beat, and they've been just the top team overall in the conference. But I think this year could be the year that another 7A West team kind of dethrones them. Yeah.
All right, everyone, to recap the scores of the week, we're going to start it off with a Texas High School win against Fayetteville, 42-29. What a game.
I don't know why Riggins didn't choose this as the game of the week.
Listen,
yeah, it's probably fun to watch.
It wasn't fun to watch. Like,
you don't think so?
You did not watch this.
At the end of the game.
Did you actually?
At the end of the game, yes I did.
No, you didn't.
Like once they got to 42, they didn't score. Like it was just back and forth.
I mean, yeah, but that's a fun game to watch.
Wait, so once they got to 42,
no, I mean
they
like
went
punt.
back and forth?
Punt.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean punt? It was 42-29.
Liam, did you not hear me?
That's like he said. Once they got
to 42, it was punt.
That's like 2 punts.
Cut the cams, guys.
That's like 2. That's not a lot of punts.
No, it was punt.
Alright, let's continue.
All right, you know what? I'll
Continue.
just trust you. Whatever.
Guys, he said not hit the table because of the mics.
We're not. This isn't.
He might
put the
ruin the
things
whole
on.
section.
We're not gonna be in here. Like,
Alright.
This isn't gonna be in here.
Let's continue. Next game, we have Central High School beating Heritage 46-24. Overall, I kind of expected that to happen. Heritage has not started off with a good season. I feel like it's going to continue that way, too.
I kind of disagree. I like Heritage this year. I mean, past couple of years, it's just been like Heritage is consistently 1 or 2 win team, but I think that Heritage could win 3 or 4 this year.
Yeah, like I mean, you look at Heritage and they're not that good. But and then you look now this season, they have a whole lot better team than they did last year.
Yeah.
I think they could possibly win, like Liam said, 2 or 3 games this year.
All right, next game we have Southside beating Little Rock Southwest 35-20. I didn't watch this game, but I don't know how that went.
It was probably entertaining.
Yeah.
Like I didn't watch that many games. Like I only watched one, but I'm sure that one was definitely entertaining.
Absolutely.
Two teams at the same level.
Southside's, I mean, both of these teams are like matched up pretty evenly, so that was probably a really good game. Something funny, Murdoch?
Oh my gosh. Bro.
Gosh.
We're gonna have to remove
Hey,
you,
just
bro.
keep
This
going.
is going to be the most cutting we're
sorry,
ever
you
going to
guys-
do because
you guys-
Murdoch
just
wants
keep
to
talking.
No.
To continue, we have Shiloh Christian School beating Bethany 72-0. What a game. Shutout game.
I'm
What do
sure-
you mean, what a game?
Like that was like
For
I'm
Shiloh-
sure
What a game for Shiloh.
For
Shiloh, yeah, but like that's not like
Not for Bethany.
Yeah, Bethany's
that's
that's like the
Yeah.
that's like the Roger Sheridan
Yeah,
game that
like
happened 2
there
weeks
was like
ago.
nobody after the half. Like
Everybody's
it
definitely
was
left at
it was
halftime.
packed at the start of the game, and then as soon as it hit halftime, everyone
And it was
left.
hyped for the first 3 touchdowns, and then everybody
Yeah.
realized that it was going to be that way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, the first 3 touchdowns it was decently close, but
That's true because Sheridan was
They were-
leading for a little bit.
Yeah,
Right,
they
they were
had-
up by
they had,
they were
like,
up by like 2.
a lot of
2
explosive
scores.
plays.
Yeah, but then
Because
we
the
just
running
kinda,
back guys.
we know Murdoch.
Murdoch, they had like 2 50-plus yard touchdowns
Because
on their throwing.
I feel like it was the running back.
The running back did really good, but
All right, next game we got Benton versus Parkview. Benton beat Parkview 31-0. I feel like there's a lot of those games this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah,
Like
I'm-
a lot of the games that wasn't very interesting after like halftime, and the defense just started shutting down after half.
yeah.
Not really a loss to be discouraged by from Parkview because, like I said earlier, they have one of the hardest strength of schedules in the state, and they kind of had 3 really strong non-con games, and they also are on a really strong conference in the Little Rock Metro. So it's definitely going to be
Indeed.
Parkview's definitely a team to keep an eye on this year because I definitely think that they could be a top 5 team at the end of the year.
Indeed.
Lastly, we got Bentonville, the undefeated team, playing Lease Summit North and beating them 45-28.
Yeah, Bentonville.
They're gonna just keep
they're-
winning.
Top ranked in the state. I don't know. I definitely think that someone could upset them.
Absolutely.
Um,
That like looking at
Yeah.
that game, they didn't look as strong as like Bentonville High School is. Like you think of Bentonville High School, you get a really strong football team, but then you look at that game and you're thinking, there's a possibility they lose 2 or more.
is their
games.
defense what it was?
Yeah.
That's what I kind of thought because I mean I know it's 4 touchdowns, but it's 4 touchdowns. It's like this is a game that they were supposed to win by like 50. They didn't. They put up 45, which is quite a lot of points.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they allowed 28. So, is their defense going to be able to hold up throughout the year? Is definitely what I'm going to ask.
And like, I know it's earlier. It's early in the year. You haven't got to conference games yet. You're not like, you're still working on things that you've messed up in. But you should win this game by more.
Yeah.
But if you can turn it around next week and blow out the team you're playing next week by a lot, then that might prove to more people that, okay, this might be the same Bentonville team that we've seen for the past years.
Absolutely.
And this guy, Murdoch's actually going to talk about him here in a second. Cole Slepecki, absolutely turning off for Bentonville here.
Yeah. Cole
Just carrying.
Stoplecki is an elite quarterback, probably the best quarterback in the 7A West.
Yeah.
I'd say the only guy that kind of matches him is Jeff, like stat-wise.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I do think that Cole Stoplecki is probably one of the better quarterbacks in the 7A West.
Yeah.
So, Murdoch, why don't you take us away on the top performers of the week so we can select our players of the week?
So the 3 top performers of the week are Cole Slepecki, Cameron Reitner, and Ray Stewart Jr. Our first top performer is Cole Slepecki, completing 19 of 27 passes for 285 passing yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a really solid performance.
Absolutely.
I had a kid. I'm talking about, baby.
But yeah.
He transferred from Bentonville. He's not with us. Anyways,
Okay.
I mean, it was really just like they're playing Lee Summit North, so definitely just a game that he was just able to calm down in the pocket and just do his job as a quarterback. He didn't really have to do anything special. He just had to complete his passes, and that's all that he did that really well against Lee Summit. So I think it was a really good job by Cole Slepecki. He's committed to Pitt State in Kansas. So overall, I think he did a really good job against Lee Summit.
Yeah, so our second top performer is Cameron Reitner, committed to Texas A&M at Texarkana. He dropped 215 yards and 4 touchdowns. Who they play? Fayetteville?
Yes.
They played Fayetteville, yeah.
All right.
I think it's really interesting that he's committed to Texas A&M at Texarkana for baseball, not football.
Well, I mean, you've seen a lot of guys do that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you see, like, of course, I'm sure he didn't get the offers he wanted for football, and then he's going to JUCO school, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And when you go to JUCO for baseball, it doesn't take your eligibility away. So you go to JUCO for 2 years, and then you can go to a D1 school as a freshman.
Yeah.
And then you could still do your 4 years at a D1 school, which I think is really smart for him if he continues to not get the offers he wants for football.
Absolutely.
I feel that it goes like both ways. Like if you look like NFL level stuff, you got Patrick Mahomes and people like him who also started off with baseball and then went to football.
Yeah.
So it can go like either way of it.
I mean, like,
I think it is really interesting though that he's a really good quarterback.
Absolutely.
I thought he was going to stay at football.
I mean,
I
yeah,
didn't think he'd do
absolutely. I haven't seen him play baseball because Texarkana is kind of just like, I don't know if it's Arkansas or Texas or if it's just like on the line.
I think it's Texas.
But I think it's really interesting that he's a really good quarterback. He threw 215 yards and 4 touchdowns against Fayetteville High School, which is also really impressive. But I think it's really interesting that he's going to be playing baseball in college, not football.
Yeah, but like, I mean, it surprises me more because you look at baseball and like, it is harder to get to the pro level, but for football, it is easier to get to the pro level. Like, you have more stages in baseball where you have, you go to high school, then college, then you get drafted for the NFL, and then you'll go straight to the NFL.
Yeah.
But baseball, it's you go high school, college, and then you go
Single A, double A, triple A.
Yeah.
Then you can finally get your chance to the majors.
And at that, like, you're not guaranteed to get up there.
You're not guaranteed anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's our final player of the week, Murdoch?
So our final player of the week is Ray Stewart Jr., the Central High School running back. Even though he had limited time against Rogers Heritage, he had 3 touchdowns, including 1 receiving touchdown.
He's got 4 offers. SMU, Missouri,
He's more than that.
Arizona
He has
State,
6.
Miami. Oh, yeah, Arkansas and Wake Forest, too. 6 offers. That's crazy.
I mean, yeah, that's what you see out of like guys around this area. You see guys go like get offers from Arkansas and Missouri.
Yeah.
As you saw from Braxton Lindsay, and then you have SMU jump in there, and then you have Miami jump in there,
and then Arizona State and Wake Forest.
Yeah,
They're all
Arizona
good
State,
teams,
Wake
too.
Forest. Like, you have Arizona State, who just went to the college football playoffs. You have Miami, who's probably going to the playoffs this year. You have SMU, who they might be able to make it too.
Yeah.
And then you have Arkansas and Missouri, who
They're SEC schools.
Those are building programs in the SEC.
Missouri's like past that now.
Yeah,
like
Missouri's
really good, and then you have Arkansas, who's in between those two, who make a bowl game almost every year.
Gosh dang it, we need to beat Notre Dame so bad.
Oh, my goodness. Arkansas has been
Guys, I
finding
called
the
it 2
ball
weeks
every
before.
time.
Okay, can we just get
Continue.
off the Arkansas topic? And then you have Wake Forest, who's in the ACC, who can build up like a lot. They have really good competition, which can make them a whole lot stronger. But like, you think about it, they're probably going to lose in that ACC spot. But they're getting better and better every year.
I think it's also something to look at. He scored 3 touchdowns in a game that he was only in for like the first half.
All right.
Because he really wasn't playing that much because they were playing Heritage. And they wanted to get their other running backs time. But I think that's really interesting that he was able to be super effective with the limited time that he had.
Okay. Preston, you want to start us off for our picks?
I think I'm going to have to go Ray Stewart Jr. I feel like he's just going to have an off season this year. And going on, whenever he goes into college and stuff, he's going to just continue that level, I feel like.
Absolutely. I'm going to have to take Cameron Reitner because, I mean, he's absolute stud quarterback. He also lit up the scoreboard against Fayetteville High School, a top 7A West team. So, I mean, I think even though he's committed for baseball, he's still probably one of the better football players in Arkansas or Texas, I guess. But I think it's really interesting that he was able to do so well against a Fayetteville High School defense, which has been best of the best for the past, 5 to 10 years.
I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm going to have to go Cameron right here because, you look at his stats, that's really good. And then you look at the team he's playing. Fayetteville.
What are you gritting at?
Well, since you picked Cameron, I'm just going to pick Mason Stewart just to mix things up.
Please, Murdoch.
No, I'm not.
Keep talking,
I'm going
Riggins.
to take my
Okay, we're going back from when I started John. And I'm going to have to agree with Liam here. I'm going to have to go Cameron because he put up 215 yards and 4 touchdowns on a really good Fayetteville team, defense.
Yeah.
Fayetteville is known for, keeping games close that they don't, you thought they never had a chance to win.
Yeah.
With that defense that they have.
Yeah.
I think that's why Fayetteville is so good. It's because they're able to compete with whoever.
Mm-hmm. And my pick for top performers of the week will be Cameron Reitner. I'm just going to agree with everything Liam and Riggins said because I don't really know what to say. But Cameron Reitner, good job. Congratulations.
Thank you, Murdoch.
Yep.
God,
So we're actually going to have a really big week next week because next week is when conference play finally starts. So we're going to have a lot of good games coming up next week. We can go over some of them here in a second, which we will be doing. I think that it was definitely a pretty interesting week this week. Yes, Murdoch?
Where are these?
It's on his phone.
I'm
on his
getting
phone.
them.
Oh.
Once again, bloopers, Murdoch, you're kicked off the cast.
Preston, if you say that Murdoch is kicked off the cast one more time, we might kick you off the
It
cast.
might just be me and Liam.
At the end of this, is just because you're going to.
All right,
Yeah,
continue.
y'all can be like the sideline
And read it
interviewers.
over me.
No, it should be funny if we can get somebody in here and they just run and give us water randomly throughout the show.
So we have a lot of competitive games next week. I'm super excited for next week. One of the first games we have is Bentonville versus Harbor. I'm definitely going to have to take Bentonville in that game. Bentonville is just the top dog in
Absolutely.
the state.
Like,
and
they keep doing good.
Harbor hasn't looked great yet this year, but I think they can definitely be a good middle of the pack team.
Okay, so I'm going to have to agree with you on your pick, but Harbor has looked good.
Yeah,
They
didn't
do.
they not?
Okay,
beat-
but they played Greenwood, and they lost by 1 point.
What he said.
That's true.
So,
They played some of the top-notch teams, too.
Harbor looks strong, but Bentonville...
Are they strong enough to beat Bentonville is what I'm going to have to ask.
Yes.
I think Bentonville wins this one, but it will be close. And if Harbor wins, I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Yeah, absolutely. So after that kind of in the Little Rock area, we have Little Rock Southwest versus Conway, which is going to be another great game. Conway is a top-ranked team in Arkansas, and Little Rock Southwest lost to Southside last Friday, but they're definitely a really competitive team because they're able to hang the Southside for that long.
I would take Little Rock Southwest if they were home, but they're not home, so I'm gonna have to go with Conway. And Conway's the stronger team, but if this was at Little Rock, I could see Little Rock winning this game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going Conway, too.
But I'm gonna have to
I'm
take
gonna
Conway because it's at Conway.
Yeah, I'm going to go Conway.
After that, we have a really big game between Bryant and Central. Bryant is the top-ranked team, the number 1 team in Arkansas, and Central High School has already proven that they can win games that they weren't supposed to win. So I'm actually going to take Central.
Doesn't matter.
I'm
Brian's going to win every
Okay,
game.
so
I'm actually going to take Central in this game because they have, like we said earlier, they have Ray Stewart Jr., one of the best running backs in the state.
Listen, good pick, but I would agree with you, but you look at Bryant and you look how good their coaching is. Their coaching is amazing. Their talent is amazing. It's nonstop. It's not 2 years are good, one year they're bad. They're good 1 year. They're good this next year, the next year, the next year. They're good every single year, and I'm gonna take Bryant.
I think Central is going to be the team that beats them, though.
I'm gonna
Central
have to-
just looks really solid this year, so I disagree with you, Riggins.
Okay.
I'm going to have to agree with Riggins here. I think they're just going to continue their streak here.
Murdoch, what do you think?
Murdoch
He's
probably
going-
thinks
he's
Bryant.
going
I'm
Bryant.
assuming.
Brian's going to win this game.
See,
Yeah.
yeah, please.
All right.
Rogers is going to be at Northside next week. I
Go
think
Mounties,
that.
Rogers wins.
Thank you, Murdoch. I think that Rogers will be able to handle this game pretty easily. I don't think that this will be too much of a bother for the Mounties.
Indeed.
I think the biggest problem for them, the travel. I don't think Northside will compete with Rogers. The way Rogers' offense has looked, looks like a top 5 team, possibly top 3.
Yeah.
Defense, on the other hand, it could be bottom, but Northside won't be able to keep up with RHS's offense, and they'll just keep going into the they're gonna go end zone, end zone, end zone. Northside will keep it close for maybe like the first quarter or quarter and a half, but after that, I see Northside's offense starting to get tired and gassed, and I see Rogers winning that game.
For sure.
Yeah, if Northside does not play good on defense this game, I feel like one of the Rogers players, Braxton Lindsay, he's going to pop off. I just have that feeling. Is it Glaze Riggins?
Yeah, that's Glaze.
That's a little bit too much.
Yeah, after that, I have what probably could be a pretty good game between Springdale and Heritage, because Heritage is a team that's looking to prove themselves. They've been not the best team for the past couple of years, and Springdale's just kind of been in the middle of the pack most of the time. So I think this could be a really good win for Heritage.
They're both very unproven teams.
Yeah.
I would feel like.
What I'm gonna say is, I'm sure Heritage students, they probably don't like seeing their team lose. But what I will say is, I'm gonna take Heritage this game, and it's because it's at Heritage, and Heritage is looking stronger than they've ever had. You look at the past years, they haven't been the greatest, but now they're looking stronger and stronger. So I'm gonna take Heritage on this one.
I'm going to have to agree with you. Heritage is a team, they have 13-game losing streak from last season as well. So I think that they're definitely going to be able to break out of that this weekend.
Can't disagree more. I think Springdale's going to manhandle this team. I feel like they've been kind of sitting in the dark for a little bit. I think it's probably the game to bring them out of it.
I don't know. I disagree with you, Murdoch. And then
That's fine. You can do that.
I will disagree with you.
I don't mind that.
What do you think, Preston?
I'm going to have to go Heritage. I disagree with Murdoch here. I feel like Springdale, they could do some work here, but I just feel like they're not going to do anything big.
Springdale is definitely a solid team. I don't think that they're bad. I just think that Heritage is going to just have a random breakout game against Springdale, and it's going to be what snaps their losing streak. And then our final game is going to be probably the best game that we're going to see next week. Fayetteville versus Bentonville West. This is going to be, I'm probably going to be going to this game. This is going to be an absolute crazy game.
Yeah, so you look at, we might have to say this again, Fayetteville is really strong on the offensive side, and then you look at they're really strong on the defensive side. Then you look at their offensive side, it's struggling right now. And then that's where I see Bentonville West taking over, is where their defense just continues to gas out their offense.
Yeah.
And I see Bentonville West keeping really close in this game. I don't see them winning, but I'm going to see Fayetteville win this one. But I see Fayetteville pulls it out in overtime.
It's going to be an intense game. I feel like there's going to be a bunch of action in this game too.
Yeah.
People are going to hit hard here, I feel like.
This is the game that you look at and you're like, okay, now this is something that I want to watch.
Yeah.
And I'm prepared to watch this. This is going to be a fun game to watch.
I'm going to have to take West in this game. Fayetteville's coming off of a loss. They're going to want to bounce back, but I feel if Bentonville West can just come out of the gate and punch them in the mouth, they'll be able to come out on top. And if they can just hold Fayetteville down, I think that's going to be, like you said earlier, if their defense can just shut Fayetteville down, I think that's going to be what is going to win that game.
Is Fayetteville home?
No, it's at Bentonville West.
It's at West.
Bentonville West is going to win every day.
So, I chose Fayetteville, but I would not be surprised if Bentonville West.
This game could go either way.
It's half and half right now.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Preston, what do you think?
I'm going to have to go with Liam here. I think Bentonville West is going to beat Fayetteville because Fayetteville's coming off of a loss, and I feel like they're going to try and bounce back, but they're still going to feel down on that loss.
Yeah, they're going to look to bounce back, but I don't know if they will because they just got punched in the mouth by Texarkana.
Yeah.
I feel like they play them every year.
Texarkana?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to that. But definitely, I do think Bentonville West will win this game. So that's pretty much all that we have for today. We probably had not as much to talk about, but we figured out stuff to talk about this week. So definitely make sure to watch next week because we will have all these big-time conference matchups between the Little Rock area and up here in the Northwest Arkansas area. So, yeah, that's all that we have for today. I'm Liam Lawson, here with Preston Kansky, Riggins Foshi, and Murdoch Brown. And that is all we have for you. Thank you for watching.
Go Mounties.
Peace out, Twin.